Sisters and brothers, good morning. This is Sister Maria saying hello and coming to you again with a very small testimony. The Bible informs us about the protection of God. As humans, of course, we want to see God's protection with us at all times. Yes, God can prevent any evil or destruction, but we must remember that we live in a falling world where we have free will. Many times, God works in ways that we do not understand. Sometimes, God's protection comes in the form of peace and strength in the middle of despair. Sometimes, it comes in ways of protecting our health, our family, loved ones, the things that we possess, our belongings, our houses, everything. We can go on and on. Every one of us knows if it wasn't for God's protection, the enemy would have got rid of us and caused a lot of hardship. But God promised to be with us at all time, and he will send his angels to protect us. And that is a promise we must believe. And let us not also forget that anything that concerns us concerns the Lord. What I'm about to share with you can look very insignificant, but it means a lot to me. It shows me that God is aware of every little detail, and He is showing us that He is with us. And the big thing is in the little ones. I have experienced something while I'm in Haiti. Myself and a small group, we were going up to the mountains, evangelizing and doing health expo. Most of the way we had to walk. We got on the bus, on public transportation, and we got off where we can get off because, the bus will not go up to the mountains. And we continued on foot. We had to cross a large river to get up to the mountain, which we did. And of course, everyone had to take their shoes off. But those who are local, they used you know, to cross the river on barefoot because they're used to it. So they didn't have to wear water shoes to cross. Now, I can tell you, when you are walking barefooted on rocks, it hurts. So therefore, I always carry my water shoes with me and change my sneakers to my water shoes before crossing. So on our way up, we crossed and we continued. We did what we went to do, going door to doors and taking people's blood pressure and passing out literature, things like that, things that we've been doing all along. But on our way back, I had to change my shoes again. So I took off my sneakers and put on my water shoes and crossed. Well, before I crossed, there was a bench. I sat there, changed my shoes, but I forgot to take my sneakers. So I crossed with my water shoes and left my sneakers unknowingly. I didn't know I was leaving them. So, we were in a hurry. It was getting late. So I forgot my sneakers. Right there by the water, a little bit higher from the river, and I left my good pair of sneakers, my mountain sneakers, I should say. But I was not aware that I left them until I got home, where I'm living, until I got home. And I've noticed I didn't have my sneakers with me. And I was calling the others, do they have my sneakers? Did someone pick it up? No one picked it up. So therefore, my sneakers were left by the bench on the ground where I was sitting to change my shoes. That was late afternoon. well, late evening, around 5 when we were crossing the river. So my shoes have been there that evening all night. It was not until the next day that I was thinking that's exactly where I left them. And I decided I'm going to see what the Lord will do. I said, Lord, the shoes are yours. Someone else may need them more than I do because I had other pair of sneakers. It's not that if I've lost those sneakers that was going to be, like a tragedy. Because I'm saying, Lord, if someone else need them more than I do and you want to give them to someone else, I have no problem with that. But I want to go back to see what you've decided to do. So I made my way back by myself because the others, didn't know what I was going to do. And they were not living with me anyway. So I decided to go back. I got back on public transportation. It was about noontime when I finally got to that location. I crossed the river again with my water shoes. When I got there by the bench, my pair of sneakers were exactly where I was sitting. They were on the ground waiting for me. I could not believe it. I said, Lord, you are really in every little detail. Anything that concerns us concerns the Lord. Now, as I told you before, I would have been okay if the Lord had decided to give them to someone else. Imagine in Haiti, in a poor country, there are people walking barefooted where we went, people going up the mountain, down the mountains, all day long, all evening, crossing the river, seeing these pair of sneakers on the ground and not taking it. This is never heard of. When I gave that testimony in the church, people could not believe it. Now, to you, it may seem to be something very small, but to me, it is not, because I know in Haiti, people would have taken it. They would have been happy to have this nice, comfortable pair of sneakers to wear. It tells me that my Lord that I serve is aware of anything in our lives, any little detail, and He's showing us that He is with us. Now, this is number one. Another testimony similar to that. I went to the public market, like a flea market, where they sell vegetables and fruits, foods and everything. But outside, it's like a public market, like a flea market. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, I was buying food and stuff, but I accidentally dropped my wallet, which I did not know that I did. And as I was with a sister, we were together, and I heard a voice saying, "Lady, lady, lady." I did not look back, because you hear those things all the time. I didn't look back because, people call you for different reasons and you have to be careful. So I kept moving. And she says, "I'm calling you because you drop your wallet and you act like you don't hear me." When she said that, I looked back. When I looked back, she had my wallet in her hand waving at me. So I was kind of embarrassed because I felt like I ignored her. So my friend and I, we went back, and then she said, "You have a lot of money in this wallet, and then I'm calling you to give it to you, and you are ignoring me." I kind of feel bad. So I took the wallet and I thanked her and, gave her something because, of course, I would have lost it all. So I was very grateful for that. Now, even if I were in the States, people find your wallet, they will keep it. Nobody gives you. Only God's fearing people will return a wallet with money in it, because she opened it and she saw there was money in it. When she said a lot of money, I had money, for the month for me to, to do God's work. It wasn't my money, it was God's money. So God protects everything we have. As I said before, anything that concerns us concerns the Lord, because the Lord knows that the little money that was in my wallet, which she calls a lot of money, is money, to help those who are in need. If someone is hungry or buying something, buying my food, getting flyers made. So I just want to thank the Lord, and I want to make it publicly that the Lord is good. His mercy endureth forever. God is telling us that he protects everything we have, as Psalms 91 tells us. God has his eyes on us because we are his children. We should not be attached to those things in the world, but whatever belongs to us belongs to the Lord. And the Lord wants us to know that he has his eyes on us. Somewhere in the Bible, God says to sell your possessions and give to those in need. Make for yourselves wallets that don't wear out. It's a way of stocking. A treasure in heaven that never runs out. No thief comes near there, and no moth destroys. The good news is that money comes and goes, but the mark that we leave behind by helping others never goes away. And it is true. I've read that somewhere. Keep in mind that when you support Saving Health Ministries, you are not only supporting Saving Health Ministries in the States, but you are helping those in third world countries, such as Haiti, where I'm working for the Lord, where I'm ministering to others, and different areas in Africa. God also tells us that the third angel's message and the health reform goes hand in hand and should make known in every country, nations, people, and tongues. That's what the book of Revelation tells us. This message should go everywhere. The third angel's message should go everywhere in the world. So people will know to fear God and give glory to him. They will know to get out of Babylon. Babylon is falling. And they will know not to take the mark of the beast. In a nutshell, these are the messages that God gave us. My time is running out. May the Lord bless us as we be about our Father's business. May the Lord bless us as we think of others in other part of the world who will not have known this message unless someone takes it to them. Because God says, go to all the world. God did not say for them to come to us. He commanded us to go to them. And this is what I am doing. And I pray that you are doing this on your side any way you can. God bless you. Bye-bye.